Shit.
Yeah,
Some guy came up to me while when I was voting. I was in a long line, and this guy comes up to me. I did this joke on the SNL monologue about the old lady in the airport, and I say that she was probably a refugee at some point. And I paint this picture of like
my husband died.
She's on a muddy road, and she's got some kid with a big Jewy hat next to her. Right?
That surprised me when you said that.
They actually said to me, somebody said to me, standards complained, but you know it's live. Do what you want. So I did it.
Fantastic.
And then anyway, so some guy comes up to me in line while I'm voting I'm with my daughter. And this guy comes up, a big kind of heavy guy, and he's got a lisp, and he's just sort of weird, and he's just kind of aggressive, and he goes, "Hey, you're that comedian, aren't you?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh, sure, you're funny, but what's a Jewy hat?"
Ugh.
And everybody turns and looks at me.
Holy shit.
And I just look at him, and he goes, "I'm a Jew. Do I have to wear a Jewy hat?"
Oh, God, no, this did not happen.
It did happen.
Holy shit.
And I just looked at him with no expression, and then he got nervous. I think he was hoping that I would go, "Hey, I have the right." And he just, and then it was really awkward.
Oh, you should have said it's a baseball cap with a K on the front, or a J. It's a hood, or an H.
Do I have to wear one?
Yeah, Jewy hat.
Well, you do.
Oh, God.
You're very Jewy. No, I don't know. I didn't say anything. What are you going to say?
That's
you
kind of
really
weird.
confused things well. Like I would have been self-righteous but that's Louis.
It would have been a First Amendment fucking speech right there.
Well, you don't. It's like I always, you don't have to say anything yet. Figure just look at him and see what happens. What's he going to do now? Yeah.
Now your move still.
Yeah, exactly.
He didn't have a follow-up.
He thinks that, okay, now you talk.
Yeah,
I'm like, no, I don't have to. Say something else.
It's like passing your turn in Scrabble.
Bye.
Yeah.
And then he went outside, and that was the end of it.
And then he went on with his life. Told 8 people how shit I said that I didn't say, probably.
Oh, I'm sure it was,
And then he said, "How dare you?" And I said, "Here's how I dare."
He said I had horns.
He'll think twice before he makes another Jewy joke.
I think I set him straight.
Yes.
Lisp was bad, huh?
Yeah. He probably, I don't want to say it on the air, but he was probably,
a homosexual? A pitcher?
I'm doing the limp wrist.
Homosexual. Hey, what do you think of the election last night?
I think it was a victory for all Americans, and for the African American, a Polish American, American. But we don't see color in this band. The only color we see is black. This is black.
That is such a fucking great Eddie Vedder, man.
It's really good.
You got to make sure you vote. If you vote, then you can complain all you want.
Is he pretending to be Scottish or something, that guy?
He's a little bit. And on Twitter last night, people said, "Do you realize you're doing Johnny Depp?" So now I gotta go watch a whole bunch of fucking Johnny Depp movies and work another impression that no one will laugh at into my act. If I gotta do Harvey Keitel for 8 minutes just to make Joe DeRosa laugh, the audience is staring at me like I'm a jerk. You say the goddamn words, DeRosa's gonna be okay.
But can you imagine Eddie Vedder talking to Jack Nicholson?
Well.
We have a real celebrity in the house. Normally, we don't turn the house lights on people because we want you to have your anonymity and be a part of the group. But, my God, 4 easy pieces. Jack Nicholson is here tonight joining us.
Hey, Pearl Jam, here's Johnny.
I say we don't know Johnny, but we know Jeremy.
Observation, Louis C.K. is officially a big deal because a guy we rarely see is waiting to say hi to you.
Yeah.
Scott Greenstein.
Look at that.
He only comes around for the big guys.
Oh, yeah.
He'll give you some kind of line of bullshit. Is he? Oh, he's listening. Fuck you. I don't care.
Spoken like a man who hasn't...
I got a contract. I don't give a fuck.
Colin and Vedder just crashed in my face. Wow, spoken like a man that has a contract.
Have him come in and say hi.
Spoken like a man.
There's something that you do stuff with your face when you make it. Colin, you get your...
Colin is the same face. This is the same face as Keitel.
What the fuck was Louis thinking?
Colin's got that
he didn't take anyone.
And then Colin is just a little more.
Colin's got that.
And Vedder is just drunk on red wine because if it takes all night, well, then that's all right. I enjoy elevator rides with Opie. Make sure you see his YouTube channel.
Let's take a look. Please don't look away.
Okay. Why would he? He wants to jerk off.
It's about a minute.
What are they, Brazilian girls?
Okay, nice girl.
Nice, right?
Black girl, white girl.
Oh, my God.
What the fuck?
That's just wrong, isn't it?
Oh, you gotta look.
Oh, wait a minute.
Louis. Oh, you dirty bitch.
Try to get to the end of the clip.
Wow, look at that.
Please.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay,
I see
We've all done. We've all
Okay,
made
now
it to
they're
the
eating
end.
it. I'm pretending it's something else. That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
All right.
Oh, that's her shit, you
Look
Oh,
at
God.
that. She's having fun with it.
See? Rolling
In her
around
mouth,
in her
she's
mouth.
sucking. Look how brown her tongue.
Roll that around in your mouth.
Hey, Louis.
Her fucking tongue.
Oh, geez,
Her tongue
Louis
is
not.
coffee ice cream.
I got nothing to gain by watching that. What happens next?
Give it between her
Alright.
teeth.
That's great, yeah.
Oh, she's smart.
And she doesn't get... Oh!
No way! You dirty fucking bitch! Look at that! French kiss him and shit?
Yeah, now the girls are making out.
The thing that's upsetting about it is how... The thing that's upsetting about it is the looks on their faces because they don't care. See, this is what the Writers Guild is fighting for, by the way. That these girls should be getting paid for us watching
This should be an Xbox.
Here we go.
Bobby,
Yeah, someone had to write this, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch it.
No, you have to.
I'm looking there. I'm looking there.
Okay, look over there.
Oh, God! Louis! We're never going to get to the end of
the
this.
one girl is puking shit onto the other cup of shit.
Yes.
What's expected to do with it? Gavin's gonna puke. Gavin's gonna puke.
Oh, shit.
Gavin's gonna puke. Here, give me the Don't get behind
He has a
me, Gavin.
garbage bill.
Here, Gavin,
He has a
Gavin,
garbage
over
bill.
here.
Oh, shit.
I'm not laughing and puking at the same time.
Oh, God.
Fucking
He puked on the mic. Now Louis leaving the studio. Louis just walked out. The show's a catastrophe.
All right. Come on. Put it together, everybody. All right. Why don't we go back a little bit because they...
Yeah, that's what you want to do.
No, not the picture bit. Just a little. Okay. That's the bit. Yeah, but you've seen this already.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Come on, let's all rally. It's Friday. Heading toward the weekend.
Hit
Here we
play,
go.
Daddy.
Here we
Come
go.
on, Lou. You can
Come on,
do
Lou.
it. Man up.
Louis
All the
closing one
guys
eye
love it.
already. Come on, Lou.
All the guys are laughing.
You saw that. It was amazing.
Kiss.
See, you're getting better.
First kiss with the
No,
shit.
don't
That's
like
it.
that
We've
part.
been there.
Yeah, she pukes in the fucking...
She slurps it up. And then a nice shit puke right in the mouth.
What the fuck?
And close up. Louis out. What the? He's thrown the headphones down. He's done. He's kicking furniture over. He's kicking the furniture over. He's had it. He's had it. I love it.
We've learned something about Louis today.
That clip made him angry. Oh, did he get angry?
Gavin, you all right?
I can't unwatch that. I can't unwatch that. That's it.
Louis on mic way over
That's
there.
in my memory. That's it.
There's a play on Broadway called It's Only a Play. It's a huge hit. Martin Short, Matthew Broderick, Stockard Channing, F. Murray Abraham. I saw it. It's a great play. And it's going on right now. I mean, they're like just starting right now. Or no, they're like halfway done. If you win this auction, I'm going to take you personally in a car to that theater. And at the end of the play, you get to just come out and take a bow. It's a real thing. The cast have agreed to this. The audience of that play has no idea this is happening. It's just going to be the cast all comes out and takes their bow, and then you come out at the end and you take a great big bow. It's the greatest thing ever. It's the funnest thing. You'll never forget it. You're going to get a standing ovation on Broadway tonight. That's happening.
25,000.
There we go.
Come on, sir. One more bid at 25,000.
Just imagine, we're gonna go backstage at a Broadway play, a huge Broadway hit. Tickets are sold all the way to June. And we're gonna go and we're gonna wait, and each cast member is gonna take a bow, and then you're gonna go out and go like this, and people are gonna go, what the who is that? Then you're gonna freak everybody out. But it's gonna be too late, they're clapping, they can't
A new bidder at 28. I have a new bidder at 28 now. 28,000 then. Last chance.
Come on.
This is it. And selling to you, sir, for
Who's the guy?
$28,000. Thank you
Where's
very
the dude?
much.
Okay, practice. Go out and take a bow. Come on, go ahead, take a bow. Practice. That's what it's gonna be like. That's what it's gonna be like. Okay, so here, now, you may want to add to the experience by dressing like something. So, we have a gorilla outfit. Okay, kind of a Robin Hood kind of a thing, and those are well, you could just wear these. You could just wear the black tights. You want to be Robin Hood? He knows what he wants. All right, you don't want to be this guy, like an Austin Powers kind of a guy? Oh, you could be a little boy, a little schoolboy. Come on, please. All right, here, you take it. Let's go, come on, which way do we go? I'm gonna talk him into this, I know I am, come on. Which way do we go? Come on! We're going to Broadway! And you're not, bitches!
Right now, we're going to check back in with Louis C.K., who I believe is at the theater right now. Can we see if we can bring him up live? Okay, he's here. Hey, Louis. How are you?
But we have to be really quiet, because it's literally, the play is right there.
Do I have to be quiet, too?
Yes, you do. Jesus Christ.
Is he dressed like Robin Hood or the little boy?
He's dressed like Robin Hood. Look.
That's very nice. It really looks like a 70s gay porno is about to get shot.
We're getting close.
All right. Here they go. They're going out now. They're walking by the wings. How much longer before the play ends? Because this is not that exciting. All right, here we go.
Okay, ready? Yeah. When do I go?
There we go. Here he goes. Oh, okay. Cass is taking the bows. She's going to take her bow. Oh, they love Marty Short. You can't not love Marty Short. And Matthew Broderick. You got to love Matthew Broderick. And then, okay, we're all going to hold hands. And now we're going to bring out a guy in a Robin Hood costume for no reason whatsoever. Oh, here they go. They're back and forth. There we go. There we go. There we go. The crowd goes wild.
All right, let's leave these people alone.
That was very nice.
Okay. Thank you.
Are we going to be with them for like the whole after party? Is that? Oh, okay. Now we're done.
Thank you. Hello, how are you? Hey guys. Nice to be here. I had a good day. I went shopping today. I had to buy a belt because my pants. Here's the problem. You know when you get fat and your pants get tight, and then you get fatter because it's not like, oh, stop eating, and then all your pants hurt. Like every pair of pants hurts. And then you eat even more because you're like, screw it now, man, and you just get depressed. But here's what happens. If you get fat enough, your belly starts to push out, and your pants won't even hang in the normal place. And then they get down to your pelvis, and then they feel loose, and you're like, hey, losing weight. There gets some. I ate my way through to the other side. I've gotten, look at this. This is ridiculous. The crazy part is that my belly hits my pelvis at a right angle. It just goes right in. Like when I'm in the shower and I'm scrubbing, when I get down there, I gotta cut in like this. I actually have to scrub. Or else that gets filthy down there. It's like it's like a theater seat. I find pennies and receipts and stuff. Yeah. And the worst part is I'm 39, so it's not like I'm going to get better. This is it or a lot worse for the rest of my life. It's not like I'm going to be all ripped when I'm 48. It's over. And I got tits, too. I just got boobs. I got boobs on my body. How depressing is that? That is a really weird moment in a guy's life when you catch your boobs in the mirror and you get all these weird feelings, you know? They must be the same feelings that a teenage girl has when it's the only thing that a 12-year-old girl and a 40-year-old man have in common is that moment when you're going, nothing. You got to carry your books like this. It's depressing. I think it's because I eat huge amounts of food all the time. I was at a party recently for my daughter and her friend of hers had a party, so I had to be in a room full of awful people at a birthday party. And but then there was a plate of cookies. And once I saw the cookies, I'm like, that's all of this is that now. I'm going to eat every cookie. And you got to have like a strategy for how often you go to the cookie plates and keep rediscovering it like you haven't seen it. The first time you see it, you're like, oh, there's so many more cookies. You got to go like this, like, I don't have to have one, but I don't want to insult anybody and eat one. Oh, I can take it or leave it. You walk away the whole time, radar back there. Later on, different group of people around. I want the cookies. Somebody. If people start to notice how much you're eating them, you have to say something like, these are crazy. What's with these cookies? They're weird. It's like, no, it's not that you're a fat piece of crap they can't stop eating. They're insane cookies. I love all food. I like food from other countries. I was in Chinatown. I know that's not another country, but I was in Chinatown, and I went to the this grocery store, and they had weird food there. They had, I swear to God, they had duck vaginas. They had duck vaginas in a big barrel with a scoop stuck in it. And I'm looking at these duck vaginas. First of all, I'm thinking, could we possibly dominate a species more than that? And that we're selling their vaginas in barrels? The ducks are like, dudes, enough already with that. I didn't get any. I didn't buy any because I don't want to know. What if I love duck vaginas? What if I love duck vaginas. They're so good. It's not like a million things taste like a duck vagina. 4 a.m, I got to have a duck vagina right now. Chinatown's closed. I got to go to the park with a knife. Where's that duck? Thank you very much, folks.
Louis C.K. Hot 50 seconds. Sit around.
I'm sitting here with Louis C.K. Louis, first of all, the DVD of Lucky Louie, your show, comes out January 30th.
That's right.
And I have to think this show probably was a profound experience for you. I thought it was a very funny show. Did it change your life doing the show?
Yeah, a lot. I mean, I being on HBO was cool, and I got to go to the HBO Emmy party.
Which is, everyone says that's the coolest party to go to.
It's the greatest, yeah. I didn't belong there. I didn't feel like I did. But there I was, and I went to the Sopranos table, because those people are unreal to me, you know?
Right.
And so I just sort of stood around, and
you stood near the Sopranos.
Yeah,
First, there. You went from I went over to like, hi everybody, Louis C.K. to amending your story to I stood around there.
I stood around the Sopranos, and Gandolfini was really nice. He said, like, I saw your show, I laughed.
Right.
Like, he said it like that, like he can't say anything directly, you know, that monster thing. And do you think it was funny? I laughed. That's all I'm willing to say. But Paulie Walnuts came up to me.
Paulie Walnuts.
And he just goes, yell Lucky Louie. Like jab me in the chest like that.
Right.
Yell Lucky Louie. And I'm like, yeah. And he says, yeah, that show, let me tell you something. You got to hire some new writers because that show's a piece of
but when this, the way I look at it, the thing I'm obsessing now is keep getting the price down, because also that, like, like Ticketmaster, if I put a ticket on sale for $30, like I could probably get like $50 ticket in a lot of markets or more. A lot of people, Kathy Griffin charges $50 in some place. Like I always look at those things and try to stay under her. Like I try to stay somewhat under tickets of somebody I could probably charge more than. That's my goal.
Right. Okay.
But here's what happens. First of all, like my ticket's $30. Ticketmaster makes it up to like sometimes $55. Like it's almost twice as much.
Crazy.
And then if I drop the tickets too low, they get bought by StubHub in larger bulk because it's a cheaper investment for them. So the fans end up paying more money. And when I buy a Ticketmaster ticket and there's a StubHub ad on the back of it, there's just no way these people aren't fucking helping each other. That like there's got to be some synergy between those companies so that really the same people are getting the money. So this next time I tour, I'm gonna try not to use ticket services and sell the tickets the same way I'm selling this DVD.
Fucking pilot fish.
And drop the price down to like fucking $20.
Well, here,
and then you'll have to go to the theater to get the tickets. No fucking, so that it'll be impossible.
Aren't a lot of the theaters in cahoots with?
They all are. So some places are Ticketmaster only buildings.
Right.
And when I'm in a city like that has that, I'll have to do another. Like if I'm in a city, I won't be able to play the 3,000 seat theater. If it's a Ticketmaster room, I'll have to play the 1,500 twice.
Are you worried about
better, dude?
Are you worried about being blackballed though? Somehow.
Yeah. All of it scares the shit out of me, but it's exciting at 44 to get to be scared. It's a good feeling.
At that level, you can't at that level. He can always work somewhere and make.
Well,
the money.
I don't know what other connections they have.
Here's the thing.
Also, the thing I just put up, this DVD, I'm creating a place now.
Yeah.
And I've got a list of people. They all opted in because I gave them a choice. And so when I go on the road, I can tell people where I'm going. And if they come to my website, then anybody who's buying the video for $5 now is investing in the ability. And it's only and the bottom, it's just me telling jokes. So it's not like I'm fucking giving them anything else. They're not going to get like a DVD player. Yeah. It's just my next joke.
It's a bar.
But next time I go on the road, I will be able to charge. If I created this framework, it'll give me a place. Now, with the video, I was able to avoid AMC Records and Warner Brothers and Comedy Central and all this stuff. So maybe I can step aside from Ticketmaster. It's hard. It's not easy to do.
Missy Peregrine is with us. She's from Canada. She promised to bring me some cheap blood pressure medication, so we'll enjoy that together. And then with music from their self-titled debut album, Steel Magnolia, from the Bud Light stage. Tomorrow night we'll be joined by Jason Bateman from the Cincinnati Bengals, Dahani Jones, and comedian Hannibal Buress. And later this week, Shia LaBeouf. Kevin Nealon will be here, Green Bay Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers, Dave Salmoni and his Terrifying Animals, and we'll have music from Parachute and 311. So join us for our first guest tonight is one of the funniest men around with an exceptionally funny show. The show is called Louie. You can watch it Thursdays at 10:30 on FX. Please say hello to Louis C.K.
Nice to see you. Really good.
It's been a while. I haven't seen you in a long time.
It has been a long time. You're a much thinner fellow than you were before.
Don't get used to it.
No?
Now you live in New York.
Yes.
You've got 2 little girls.
Yeah, 2 kids.
Do they come on trips with you when you do this sort of thing?
I would not do that to them. No, they're at home with their mom, sleeping right now.
Oh, they are, yeah.
Yeah. You know where your kids are now. Didn't used to know where you know what I mean? Like when we were kids, did your parents know where you were?
Never.
No. No idea.
Even that thing on the news that said, 10 o'clock, do you know where your kids are?
Nope.
The answer was no.
No idea. Now there's a kind of a custody, chain of custody that's never broken, you know? You just can account for every second of your kids' lives.
Yeah.
They go on play dates, and it's an arranged thing. And they go, you drop them off, and you wait. You know, you go. You take them to soccer games. And it's empowering, yay! And then you take them home. It's all very arranged.
You're right. It is more. I wonder why that is.
Well, the people that like to have throw kids in the garbage and stuff like that. You know, hit them and break their bones. But anyway, that's not important right now. But
because when we were kids, it wasn't like that.
Oh no, those people were around. They weren't on stage. There was no Nancy Grace. So now there's somebody there to remind you of it a lot. So folks watch their kids more. I mean, it's not a new thing.
When you were a kid, you'd just be running. You'd run around the neighborhood, right?
Well, you know, I have my kids go on play dates, and I know I have a relationship with the parents.
Mm-hmm.
I know who the kids are. They've been to my house. I've been to their house. I was just a kid walking around town. I was like 8 years old, younger than my daughter, and I was just this kid, just walking around. I was just a dude in town. And I would go to Greg's house, my friend Greg, and my mother never met Greg. No idea who he is. Certainly never met his dad or whoever the dude was. I don't know who it was. When I went to Greg's house, I'd knock on the door, and this guy would come, and he always wearing, like, I don't know, some kind of weird top that looked a little womany. And Hanes, he always had a Snoopy glass with gin in it. And just Hanes briefs that were fighting with, you know, and then there was always a little brown spot on the front. Yes. So I was 7 years old contemplating, does this guy poop out of his penis? Like what? Those are the kind of things that I had to think about.
That's Greg's dad for you.
Yes.
I mean, you didn't have, were you a bad kid?
I wasn't a bad kid, but I got in trouble because I just was alone, and I just, you know, like I got into stealing tampons at one point.
For profit?
No, I didn't make a dime.
Well, how would this work? I hesitate to ask, but how would this work?
No, I was 8 years old, and I just went into a CVS one day because I just roamed store aisles, and I was looking at the tampons, and I was sort of staring at them with this. I knew there was something dirty about them. I didn't know what they were. And I picked one up. I got the gall to pick one up, and I'm looking at this box of tampons, and someone came around the corner, so I put it in my jacket. And now I have stolen them. Yeah. Because if I take them out, someone saw that I had them in my jacket. In my head, I'm like, that's it. They're in there. I can't. So I left, and I had sweat on my face. And I just went home, and I threw them under my bed, and I'm eating dinner. Like, everybody knows I have tampons under my bed. And so it was a terrible, stressful experience, which I then repeated every day. For like 2 months. What? I'd go back and I'd just do the whole cycle. I just kept doing it.
Like a
no, I never got caught. I mean, they probably saw me, but the guy's like, I'm not confronting the kid who takes the tampons. I'll pay for him out of my check before I live that moment. I'm not asking that little pervert what he's doing with those.
Yeah, there's something wrong with that boy.
Something's really wrong with him.
And how did it end?
Well, they kept going under my bed, and I just tried not to think about him. And then one day I looked, and they were just gone. They just were gone, and my mom never said anything. She must have been cleaning up, and she was like, what is this? It's crazy.
Wow, that's...
I don't know, maybe she used them for like 10 years. I don't know. I mean, would she throw them away?
You might as well. In those days, you don't waste.
Maybe I contributed to the family a little bit, you know? Maybe I kept my mom in cheap tampons for a few years. I don't know.
Are your kids unusual like that?
No.
Are you, as the weird father, are you a weird father to them?
No, I mean, I've tried to make up for it. But it's a little too late. Like, I think I had kids a little too late and a little too fat in life, you know? You gotta,
what do you mean by that?
Well, you should be a young, healthy dad. You should be a 26-year-old father in a tight T-shirt going, whoa, I'm going to get you, you know, one of those guys. That's what kids have coming. And I'm not that.
You don't do that.
No, I take them to the park and I just run them like dogs. You got 20 minutes? I just watch them run. I stand there breathing like Tony Soprano and watching him run. And Daddy, chase us. If someone grabs you, maybe I'll chase them. But otherwise, grow up sad. And there's just, I have a lot of physical limitations that keep me from being a good dad. Like, I'm always in a 48-hour window of diarrhea. That either I'll be having or have had diarrhea within 48 hours. Somewhere I'm on the timeline of my life and the diarrhea. And depending on where I am in that window dictates how far from my house I'm willing to venture.
I see.
How far a radius.
Yeah, right. You're tethered,
yes. It's like having an ankle bracelet in a different kind of way. Because otherwise, I'm having diarrhea in a public restroom with my kids standing there watching me because they're little. I can't leave them out by themselves. So they're standing there. Daddy, I don't want to. Sorry, honey, you want to go to the aquarium. This is what happens. I said, let's go to get the newspaper and come home, but you wanted to get fancy, so you get to watch me pee out of my ass for 2 hours.
Well, it's fun with the kids. The memories
about it, yeah.
Do they know? Do they understand like that you're a comedian? Do they know this? Is this a concept that they're familiar with?
They know that Daddy tells jokes, and they don't get the business though. You know, like they don't get show business.
Really?
No, who does? But like I had a weird conversation with my 9-year-old. We were driving on the highway. The 6-year-old was there too, but she was just, you know, sapping resources. She wasn't really contributing to the conversation. We passed by a cruise ship, and I said, hey, girls, the cool thing about having kids is that you get to tell them what everything is. You get to be the person that reports the whole planet to them.
You're their tour guide for their life.
Yeah. Exactly. That's a cruise ship. It's a massive boat. There's swimming pools and discos or whatever they have, you know. So they got excited by the idea of a cruise ship, and I said, some comedians do shows on cruise ships. And they said, do you do that? And I was like, no. Here's the thing. Comedians have a mean hatred of cruise ship comics.
Yeah.
It's just a mean prejudice. We call them boat acts. It's just mean. It's boat act because they pander. We just think they're crap, and it's just something you just feel. It's like being born racist. You just believe it. You don't question it. It's just a thing in you.
You might not even know, but
yeah. So my daughter's like, have you ever worked on a cruise ship? I'm like, no. And she says, why not? Why wouldn't you want to be on a boat? And I'm like, well, that's a different kind of comic. She says, well, what's the different about him? Well, a cruise ship comic just tries to please everybody. And she's like, why wouldn't you want to do that? Of course. Isn't that what you want to do? Yes, but I see some things I say on stage might upset some people. Why would you upset people? That's a terrible thing to do. So,
you know what? There might be some clarity there. I don't know.
It is.
You might want to rethink this.
I might try the
thing.
Cruise ships. Yeah.
Well, by the way, first of all, I want to say the show is terrific. It's very funny, and I know. We're going to take a quick break here. Okay. We'll come back and talk about Louis. Louis airs Thursday nights, 10:30 on FX. Louis C.K. We're right back.
Can I help you? Yeah, I need condoms, sexual lubricant, Vagitine, and blueberries.
Lubricant out 7, Vagitine out 3, next to the tampons, condoms behind the counter. We ain't got no blueberries.
Thank you.
That's Louis C.K.'s show. Louis. It's on FX every Thursday night. By the way, the show is, not only is it very funny, but the directing is great. I know you direct the show, too.
I do, yes.
It looks great. It looks like a movie out of the 70s.
Thank you. That's
You must
perfect.
be very pleased with the whole thing.
I am. I love it. It really is. A movie out of the 70s is perfect. That's what I grew up loving and watching.
How is the how is the second season different from the first season? Is it?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I when I get bored of something, I just stop doing it, you know? So I didn't keep a lot of the same stuff. Like, we moved to a new apartment. It's a whole other, but there's no scene where it happened. I just stopped being in that one and started another one. Last year, I had one very constant character. It was my brother, played by Bobby Kelly, who's a really funny guy, and he did such a good job. And this year, I just didn't feel like it, so he's gone. He's just gone. He's gone. I didn't kill him in an episode. It's like he never existed.
But the great thing for him is in a way like Lost, where he could possibly come back.
Yeah,
right?
I guess. I'd have to have a good idea. I didn't have any ideas for him, so I just stopped this. He's not in the reality of the show anymore like he never was. So now I have two sisters.
Right.
And one of them, and none of this reflects my life. The show's all fiction, but the first episode this season introduces my sister as this character, and it's a big introduction. And it's the last thing we shot because I came up with it like right before we wrapped. So she's just gone. She just doesn't come. There's a whole thing where she comes and I love her. Gone. Never see her again.
Really?
Yes, and my neighbor comes and helps me, and he's a really nice guy, and the last thing he says is, remember who your neighbors are. And I go, yes, I would. And he's gone too.
He's gone. It seemed like you were going to then have a neighborly, friendly relationship.
You'll never see him again. No, and last year I had this woman play my mother, and she was this crazy, horrible woman. My mother's a really nice person. So I just made up this terrible mother character played by this Mary Louise Wilson, really funny actor. And so we did the episode. And then later in the season, I wanted to do a flashback to my real mother, who's really nice. So I did that too. And so everybody was very confused. These characters are so insanely different. And the woman who played my mother as a young woman is a woman I date in another episode as just a whole other person. Because she was good at both parts. So I just don't care.
It's an ensemble cast.
Well, every episode just has its own goal. And if it messes up the goal of another episode, I don't give a shit. I just don't care.
I like that. You're very fickle, and the hell with it.
That's right.
You know what? If any of
you don't
these
like it, fire me.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a very Darwinist system television.
No one should get too comfortable with anything.
No, man.
Not
If
the
it
actors
stinks,
on
I'm
set,
gone.
and
No.
not the viewers at home.
That's right.
Louis C.K., everybody. Louis here tonight at 10:30 on FX. We'll be right back.
Bill Gates, I was reading about Bill Gates, owner of Microsoft. He has $85 billion. Here's a guy who could lose $80 billion and still have $5 fucking billion. I would lose it really fast because I would do stupid shit with the money all the time. Like you know what you could do with $85 billion? You could buy every baseball team and make them all wear dresses for like $3 billion. And still have 82 fucking billion. How do you not do that? How do you resist? I would do shit like that every day. One day I'd go out, buy all the pants in the world, every pair of pants, and just burn them. Fuck everybody. No more pants. Start over with making pants. They're all gone. I think all the time about shit I would do with 85 billion though, man. You could pull shit that would last years for that. I always think about what I would do. I was thinking about this all day today because I'm a loser. I got nothing to do. I was thinking about how I would open a chain of pet food stores all over the country, and it would be called Shit-Ass Pet Fuckers. That would be the name of it. But it would be like Walmart, just huge Shit-Ass Pet Fuckers, big yellow sign. People working in there are rude to you. You walk in there like, get the fuck out of here, you idiot. They don't even let you come in. And if you get past that, dog food costs $1 million for one can. That's the price. Fuck you. You don't like it? Fucking screw. It's shit-ass pet fuckers. And also, if you come in, we'll fuck your pet. That's the rule. You don't even have to bring it. We'll fight it and fuck it. That's the way it's going to be. Nobody will ever spend a dime at shit-ass pet fuckers, but I will keep it open for years and decades and never close. Keep expanding like we're doing great. Open a new one every day next to another one. Just surround every Starbucks with 5 shit-ass pet fuckers all facing each other. Just to enjoy people going, what the fuck? Why doesn't it close? Jesus. That place sucks, man. That is the worst pet store. I'm not paying $1 million for a can of dog food. That's clearly overpriced. And they fuck your pets. That's not appropriate to fuck people's pets. Come on. But they've been open for 50 years now. stand those shit-ass pet fucker people.
People on planes are the worst. People on planes, they complain. They get off the plane, they come to your house, and they tell you about their whole flight experience. And they make it sound like it was fucking a cattle car in Poland in the 40s. They just make it, that was the worst day of my life. I had to sit on the runway for 40 minutes. That's a story in this country. That's a fucking hardship. That you had to sit on the runway. People will listen to that story. They'll stop doing the dishes and turn around and go, oh my God, really? For 40 minutes? That's awful. You should sue them. I had to sit on the runway for 40 minutes. Oh my God, really? What happened then? Did you fly through the air like a bird? Incredibly? Did you soar into the clouds impossibly? Did you partake in the miracle of human flight? And then land softly on giant tires that you couldn't even conceive how they fucking put air in them? How dare you? Bitching about flying! I had to pay for my sandwich. You're flying! You're sitting in a chair in the sky. You're like a Greek myth right now. But it doesn't go back very far, and I was sort of squishing my knees. The Wright brothers would kick us all right in the cunt if they knew. If you could go back in time to Orville Wright and go, hey, dude, I had to sit on the runway for 40 minutes. And he'd be like, oh, shit, well, let's not even bother then. Hey, Wendell, shut it down. They make you wait for a bit. That hardly seems worth it. There's always delays. That's what everybody complains about. There's always delays when I fly. Really? Delays. It's too slow. Air travel's too slow. New York to California in 6 hours. That used to take 30 years to do that. And a bunch of you would die on the way there. You get shot in the neck with an arrow and you go, and fall down. And the other passengers would just bury you and put a stick there with your hat on it and keep walking. And one of them would fuck your wife and have 3 babies. And all the old people would die. You'd be a whole different group of people by the time you got to California. Now you watch an Adam Sandler movie and you take a big runny dump and you're there.
How awful is that when your doctor rapes you? That's got to just be a horror. Who do you turn to?
Well, got the rape kit right there.
You got to go back to him to stitch you up.
No, I went to get some dental work done, and they knocked me out, and I woke up with a sore throat, and I was really certain that somebody did me in the mouth. Really? I was sleeping. But the way I look at it is, if you have people come into your office and you're knocking them out, how do you not at least lick their face? How do you not give them the finger right to their face, lick their face?
Something.
Yeah, something.
We were talking about how doctors are they're just people. They're guys, they get a little worked up. And if you're a dentist and this beautiful woman comes in and now she's completely knocked out, you're alone in there.
We call it the perv switch.
The perv switch.
Everyone has it. Everyone has it.
And some people get turned on.
It makes people pervs. Opportunity does.
You're just sitting there with your little pick going, I've got a little bicuspid problem here. I've got to see those cans. You just lose your mind and then rip her shirt open. And you got to fondle.
And you just lose everything.
Yeah, you start laughing at her boobs and
she's unconscious. Yes, we've got the number 8 molar on the top. I'm seeing the. Oh gosh, I gotta grab her crotch.
I just have click. She's unconscious right in front of you.
Of course. And then you
just breathing heavy and her boobs are just rising.
Yeah. They're heaving.
And you're just trying to control yourself.
I think that's how most men would use any superpower, you know? That's how we would use anything.
That's about as close to a superpower as you can get.
Yes, it is.
You are knockout man.
Yep.
You can they come to you with the total knowledge that you will knock them unconscious, and that's it. You just got to make sure you button the shirt right. You ever button your shirt and it's uneven at the bottom and you go, oh, what did I do? You got to make sure you don't do that to her.
They always fumble and they put both breasts back in the same bra holster. They just fumble nervously.
Always a screw up.
They got to put it back quickly before she wakes up.
I woke up feeling like something had happened. I felt like dirtier in some way. And then I realized my bra was on where my panties belong and vice versa.
I had tapioca in my hair.
So when you're getting knocked out, if you're a woman, if you're getting knocked out by the dentist, you should write, you pig on your boobs.
Or I have AIDS.
Yeah, welcome to the world of AIDS. Like you can get AIDS from looking at a sleeping woman's boob.
That would freak you out, though, if she had a message for you.
Yeah, exactly.
But you say, where do you draw the line? How about the guy that works, at the funeral home, who's in the room by himself all the time,
Well,
those
stories happen, too.
Those stories
that
happen,
guy, too. How do you not?
How do you not? It depends on how fresh it is, I think.
Yeah.
And how they died. If it was a bad fire, you might want to let that one go.
I love how Jimmy says might.
You might, but then again, a lot of sex is curiosity, a lot of sexual urge. How many, boobs that have been on fire have you seen?
Sure, what would it be like to have sex with beef jerky?
Yeah, exactly.
There's
that's easy to find out.
A few guys decided they saw a woman's obit in the paper, and she was attractive. They found her grave.
Yeah.
We're in the midst of digging up her grave. One guy wanted to have sex with this dead woman. So he gets two of his friends who weren't going to have
friends. Fellas, come on.
Yeah, come on. They were going to dig her up so he could take her home and have sex with her.
Wow.
And then,
based on the picture in the obituary.
And then the host from Dateline walked out. What are you doing here?
Are you going to have sex?
Oh, I was just going to dig her up and hang out with her.
Having sex with a corpse.
Why would you want to do that? I mean, I'm a pervert.
Why would you want to do that?
Those are good friends.
That's
you.
Yeah,
no kidding.
That's the word.
All right, look, dude, I understand. Sure.
Yeah, I get you. She is hot.
Yeah.
I'm not going to join you. I understand she's your chick, dude. Bros before dead hoes.
It's
I'll do the digging and you can.
It's tough to talk your friends into moving a couch when you.
Yeah, how the hell did they talk these guys into? I want to dig up a chick because I want to have sex with her.
All right.
Ugh.
Like, is there a point where you go like, are they going to go for this? Like, you got to really know your friends.
Yes.
You had to have been through some other stuff. You don't just work yourself. You don't go right from, hey, you want to go out, drink a few beers to dig up this dead chick so I could have sex with her.
And her friends go, is she having an orgasm or decomposing?
How do you break that to your friends? Like, do you say it as a joke? And like, as you're all laughing,
but seriously though,
but then you look and you're not laughing. You're staring at it over your beer.
Well, they must have some
with
history.
Shovels.
They must have history. Like, well, come on, remember the time I helped you drink that homeless guy's urine?
Yeah, there's got to be something in their history. All of them.
I helped you wipe that kid's blood off your bumper. All right.
Remember?
Right.
Dude, a hair, and you would have been caught on that bumper.
Hey.
And we helped you clean the whole thing up. All right.
At least the guy didn't want to have an orgy. You know how much digging that would have been that night?
Hey, let's go to Kelly in Syracuse. Kelly.
Hey, boys. How you doing?
Pretty good, Kelly.
Hi.
I had a friend that when she was younger, she was molested by her older brother. And so she was going to a shrink in order to get help with that, and her shrink was molesting her.
Well, wait, how old was she that he was molested? Was she an adult or was she a kid?
She was a teenager when the shrink was. He was hypnotizing her and then molesting her.
Well, her brother didn't shrink. What was she wearing? I mean, sometimes they bring it on themselves by the way they carry themselves and walk around.
You're not going to find sympathy here. You realize how hot that sounds, right?
I know.
Well, again, why be a shrink if you're not going to molest the vulnerable?
Why hypnotize a woman if you can't convince her?
Why hypnotize? That's the whole point of hypnotizing anyone is that they're a woman and you're going to touch their bodies with your penis. That's the entire point of the exercise.
So what ended up happening there, Kelly?
I think there just ended up being a lawsuit, but I figured you guys would find that pretty hot that she actually got molested.
You throw away the coin and just swing a bag in front of her face. You're getting sleepy.
How did he get caught?
He was molesting quite a few of his patients, actually.
Yeah.
It turned out that he was molesting quite a few of his patients.
But they were kids, though, or like 19-year-old, 18-year-old girls?
She was grown up.
They were like 13, 14.
Oh, well, now I recant everything. Unacceptable.
All right, let's go to Matt. He's a dentist in Georgia. Matt, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
You know, I just have to, I'm on the way to work listening to you, and just brought back memories for just a second of this past summer when it's really hot outside. These, I don't know, these cheerleaders, they come in with these midriff T-shirts.
Oh, my gosh.
These frickin' gym shorts, and she's laying back in the chair.
Yeah.
I lay her back, and you know how their hip bones, when they're skinny as hell, their pants kind of come up.
Yeah, they kind of ride on top, and you can see right down there.
Oh, my God, and I'm laying there.
He's a dentist.
And Mom's in the room with me.
Mom. Good thing.
She's 17 years old, and I'm...
Who, Mom?
Oh, no. No.
Kids
Mom
too.
is nowhere near, but...
You know how the dieties ride up?
Doesn't Mom know, though, when she's got a hot daughter like that, doesn't she look at you when the kid's asleep and go ahead, man, I know. Go ahead.
She's sitting there daring me to, and I mean, and I'm working, I'm kind of halfway looking down, and I look down, and her eyes are looking straight at me.
Yeah. You're thinking of a whole different root canal.
You know a dentist is up to something when they come in for a cavity and he pulls all her teeth.
Watch it out, guys.
Wait, dude, who was looking at you, the girl or the mother?
Well, no, the girl was looking at me. The mom was sitting in the corner of the room.
So you're taking peeks as you do your work there?
It's impossible. I mean, you're laying them back. They're laying essentially in your lap, and a lot of these ladies, they come in with these low-cut blouses on.
Yeah, but see, you said in the summer in their cheerleading outfits. They don't wear cheerleading outfits. That was your fantasy, right?
Well, this guy's got a pervert switch that's very,
very
close to the surface.
We all do, though. All right, thank you, Matt.
You.
Let's say hi to Dane Cook. Dane!
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, have you ever been molested?
No, but those are some great stories.
Yeah, gotta watch The Dentist.
We were talking about the perv switch. Everyone has one. You know, you get these stories in the paper where the dentist is molesting the patients when they're under.
My feeling on molestation is that, like, right around 3rd or 4th grade, like, it should just be mandatory you're molested.
And that way everybody will have dealt with it.
Everybody's got a fair deal. We've all been diddled somewhere or another, and we can all say, you know what, I know the feeling. Let's just move on. We got it.
Even fat kids?
No. Fat kids should not be molested. Just they have to go to therapy and cry about how nobody touched them. One more humiliation.
Well, you gotta think
fat plate.
You gotta think there were people growing up that wish they were molested, and no one paid attention to them.
Wish?
No one paid attention to them.
I don't think there'd be a wish.
Daddy, I'm going to take a shower now.
Right, go ahead, don't bug me.
Doing everything you can, and no attention's being paid.
I can't get the water temperature right. Could you help me? Ask your mother.
Man.
Damn.
When I was a kid, my grandmother goes, "What makes you so funny?" And I go, "A small penis." And my grandfather goes, "No, you don't have a small penis, but your brother does, right?"
Yeah, you got a left for
Yeah, you got a little. I think that was the courtesy laugh from Dane.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm
selling
out the go.
Hello, everybody. How are you? Good. I'm doing well. I had a good day today. I went to the movies. And, before the movie now, they show you that whole presentation where they explain that you shouldn't download movies on the internet because you're hurting all the people that work on the movies. They need to feed their families. So you shouldn't download movies on the internet. And I thought, holy shit, I had no idea. I just didn't know you could download movies on the internet. That is great news. I'm going to download all of them. I went to the park today. I like going to the park because I can masturbate without my wife bothering me.
So I'm at the park and there's these no drinking signs. And it doesn't say no drinking. It has a picture of like a martini glass with a line through it. Are those really the people causing the problems with the drinking in the parks? Shouldn't it be like a bottle in a bag with a line through it? Are there guys out there at 3 in the morning? Hey! So, yeah, my wife and I got in a big fight today because she says I don't listen to her, and I don't. But it's not because I don't love her, blah, blah, blah. It's because she sucks at talking. I swear to God, she sucks at it. When she starts telling a story, it immediately turns into another. Like, she takes every story and divides it into 50 stories that each branch out into encyclopedias about other stories. And I try, because I love her. When she starts talking, I'm like, oh, I'm locked in. I'm going to listen to the whole thing. But somehow I just, I drift. I can't do it. Every story, she's like, oh, you know when my sister was in college? Not when she went to Antioch. You know how she transferred because of that, because that guy that got weird? Not the little guy, the guy with the beard. You know, the thing, I think he was arranged. What are you talking about? Pick a thing. That's what I do. I go, here's the story when I tell it. I bought a tomato and I ate it and it was good. Anyone can follow that story. It was about a tomato the whole time. No, she's great. She is. I love her. I mean, without her, I'd be living under a bridge somewhere. God, that would be great. How great that would be. I would love that. We have a baby, and oh my God. When you have a baby, everything changes. And people tell you, they go, your whole life is going to change. And they were right. I think the biggest difference between my life now and before we had the baby is that now we have a baby. We have a baby. You know, that's a huge responsibility. You got to not leave them outside. You got a lot of stuff you got to take care of constantly. No, it's great, though. My father told me when I was a kid, he said, you're not going to know what it is to be a real man until you hold a tiny baby in your arms. And I didn't understand that then, but I do now, because I held my baby in my arms and I felt like a real man, because I could crush that kid. It's hard raising a baby because they're crazy. They're out of their minds. It was Easter, okay, and we're painting eggs, and so she broke an egg. So of course she's got to cry about that like a bitch for like half an hour. So, and I go, it's okay, honey, it's just an egg, and I give her another one, and she threw it at me, and then she just starts throwing eggs, and we're trying to stop her. We have like this rule that we can't say anything negative to her, so we're trying to stop her from throwing eggs without saying any negative. Like, how about not throwing the eggs? That would be interesting. Finally, my wife goes, we were having a nice Easter, but now we're not. And it's because of you. Yeah, that's really positive, honey. Why don't you just punch her in the face? Just punch her right in the face. You might get over that. The worst word a baby has when she learns it is the word why. I hate the word why. I really hate it. And it's not, look, like I used to judge other parents, but I don't anymore. Like, when you're like at McDonald's and you see a mother or father with a kid, and the kid looks so cute and she's eating fries, and the mother or father's like, oh God, oh Jesus Christ. Oh, I hate this, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. And then a little kid says something like, Mama, why are those people standing there? And she goes, just shut up and eat your fries. And you go, what a horrible mother. Why doesn't she just answer her? How hard could it be to just answer her? You know what? You don't know what you're talking about. Because when a kid asks a question why, you tell her why, and she wants to know why that. Too. And then you tell her why that. She wants to know why that. She takes every idea and deconstructs it to the point, I don't even know who I am anymore when we finish talking. The other day she's like, Papa, why is there rain? Oh, because the water fell out of the sky. Why? Because it was in a cloud. Why? Because it came from the lake. Why? Because it got hot and it evaporated. Why? Because the earth is hotter when it's nearer to the sun. Why? I don't know. I don't know. Why? Because I didn't pay attention when it was taught to me in school. I didn't listen to anything anybody said to me. Why? Because I have no moral compass and I'm useless. I've never done the right thing. Why? Because my parents didn't raise me right. They didn't even try. Why? Because they just had sex in a car and here I am and they've just been waiting for me to get out of their lives. I'm only stopping to be polite. It goes on for hours. Hours. It gets so abstract. She's like, why? Well, because some things are and some things are not. Why? Because things that are not can't be. Why? Because then nothing would be aren't. There wouldn't be any not things. Why? Eat your fucking fries. Shut the fuck up and eat your fries. Fucking little motherfucker. Jesus Christ. Nah, she talks, man. They talk, and you have to say shit back. You can't just go, Papa, look at the bird. You can't just go. I always want to do that. Like, she says really weird shit sometimes. The other day she said to me, Indian beauty. I was like, what? Indian beauty. I was like, what does that mean? Indian beauty. Yeah, but what do you mean by that? She just looks at me and I go, yeah, don't talk unless you have a sentence to say, all right? Because that's a huge waste of my fucking time. Jesus Christ. Like the other day, she wants to say, excuse me. She says, accuse me. That's not even close to meaning the same thing. All right? Accuse you of what? That you don't know how to fucking talk? Yeah. Yeah, you don't. Fucking shut it till it works, all right? Fucking kid is full of shit. Her favorite song is the alphabet song, right? That's what I call it, the alphabet song. You know what she calls it? The name of the song is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. She says, I want to sing A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. I'm like, oh, well, now let's not sing it, because you fucking ruined it for whoever's listening. That's not the title of the song, you fucking idiot. That's the fucking song. Jesus, motherfucking Christ. Anyway, so that's my kid. I know I'm going to hell, but so is every other parent, because you're all the same. It's fucking horrible. Hell is an interesting thought, though. What is hell really like? I always wonder, is there like a schedule in hell? Like they tell you first, okay, you go in that room, and then some monster fucks you up the ass for 1,000 years. Then you come out and you're like, woo! Woo! Man, that was, Like, don't go in there again. Whoa! To the next person, if I were you, And they go, all right, now you're scheduled to go in there. And you go in there and they rip off your head. They always show, like in these pictures, they rip off your head. But then they got to sew it back on so they can keep fucking with you. Like they rip it off. And, all right, put them back together because otherwise you can't torture them anymore. And then, but what if you're in hell and you're not sure what's next? Like they go, just go wait over there for a minute. And you're waiting like in a hallway in hell. And some demon comes up to you. Come over here, you suck my dick. Now you're blowing this demon and you're in hell and it's awful. And he comes in your face, runs away laughing, whatever. But what if after you blow that demon, some guy in charge of hell walks up and he goes, you didn't have to blow that guy. He just hangs out here. He's not part of your damnation or anything. What did you blow him for? He said, suck my dick. So say no. What are you, pussy? Jesus, man. Stick up for yourself. Fucking loser. He blew Joey. Do you believe this guy? Sorry, I gotta go. I was walking past a yoga spinning fucking people place, and the door was open, and I look inside, and this guy's standing in front of a class, and he's just going like this, and he's going, "Come on, come on, come on, do it, come on!" And everybody, all strangers that don't know each other, are going like this, and he's going, "Come on, come on, come on, all right, come on." And I thought, what fucking power this guy has. I wish I had that power over people. Even without the conceit of a class. Wouldn't it be great to be able to do that, like in an airport? A bunch of people waiting at a gate for a plane. It's like, come on! Come on! Come on, everybody do this! I'm like, oh, fuck, all right, Jesus, why am I going to have to do this? It's bullshit, I'm late, and I got to fucking do this. Come on, you two, come on! I actually took a yoga class, and it was great. It's amazing the shit they get you to do that you didn't know you could do. I was doing stuff I had no idea I was capable of, like sucking two penises at the same time. I didn't think I could do that. Mine and his. How did it's actually that flexible, I could sword fight in my own mouth. All right. Good night. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy the show. Thanks, man. Thanks for coming, guys.